answered that question last week, Mike.
Last week?
Yes.
What'd you get?
A lot of kid stuff. You know, ride on Jeep and ride on semi truck for my kids. So, but I shop in Walmart in Florida and Colorado. So.
What do you think of
being here longer than anybody? Is it sort of a relief to get some clarity on ownership?
Yeah, I think, like you said, been here. I was fortunate enough to meet Mr. B before he battled a difficult disease that took him away from our community that he impacted so much for. And to me, it's been great now to get some clarity. I think any business structure is great when you have kind of someone in place, kind of lead, follow, and kind of our top executives to lean on. And so I think with Rob and the Penner Group coming in here, Walton-Penner Group, I'm excited to kind of have some direction and gives everyone, I know from their business standards the accountability that they'll have at the top, and hold everyone to it. Me, myself, and a leader on this team, get us back to the winning ways that I've been hoping to get to.
if one of the ownership group comes up to you and says, hey, you've been around for a while, you've seen a lot, what would you like to see from us as owners to help you guys? What would you tell them?
Yeah, similar to that. Me, being such a black and white position as a kicker, I have to be accountable for my results. So I think that's just one big thing that it's always good to hear somebody speak a certain way and kind of defend and kind of believe in that. So just whatever it is, whether it's certain beliefs that they have, just kind of stick to it, and because a lot of these guys grow up in a bunch of different neighborhoods. They can read BS. They can read. They know who's speaking the truth, who's not. So I think that's a good thing to really have a great niche of a locker room, and also just a business and a winning football team. So I definitely would say these guys will play as hard as possible for you. Just get them to have that trust level with you. That it's a partnership. Obviously, that they're writing our checks to us, but I think that the closer you see us working together, you'll have a better, successful team.
That price of $4.65 billion. What does that say about the business of the NFL?
Well, I'd say $4.65 billion. I think was a great value that they got this community for. No, I think that's the nature of this business, kind of where it's going. I think 2008, I guess the Panthers sold. This more than doubled it. I think football, baseball used to be. I know you're a baseball guy. Used to be America's game. I don't think it's anywhere close now. And football prints money, and it's going to continue to go. With the salary cap continuing to go, the TV rights continue to go. Gambling's just getting started. The values of these teams are going to continue to skyrocket, I believe so.
Brandon, how much do guys from different teams talk with each other about the owners of those various teams and kind of what works well or what doesn't, and I guess what do you hope for?
A lot. Me being a rep now for almost 6 years, and on the executive committee now, I've had a lot of conversations with people dealing with owners. I wasn't at the 2011 CBA negotiations, but I was at the 2021, and a lot to deal with some of the players, traveling with owners to meetings, on the executive committee, trying to see, how you can mix, kind of the differences to get to a solution. So I'm super excited to have, the Walton-Penner Group here, just hearing about them. Personally, myself, I've dealt with Walmart in my foundation community here in Denver. They've done a tremendous job, with me and helping me out. I know that they spent a lot here in the Denver community, hundreds of millions of dollars, and I was one of those foundations that they helped out. So I can't thank them enough, and continue to help this community. And like I said, just the closer we could be together, I think obviously there's a separation between business and players, but really getting on the same page with everybody will help us a lot.
Brandon, as the rep and the longest tenured Bronco, will you go out your way to talk with the ownership group when they get here and they're in the building, and just kind of talk them through some stuff?
I think everyone here knows me pretty well. I'm pretty sure I'll be in there talking to them. Just as a sounding board, I have no problem giving my opinion, whether right, wrong, or indifferent. And I think the previous regime has known that. So I will Yeah, whatever they need from me. Like I said, they write my checks to make field goals, and that's what I will continue to do. But if I can help in any way with them with their transition here, I'll be doing that.
Brandon, you've got a new special teams coordinator. What are your initial impressions of Dwayne Stukes and what's he bring to the group?
Yeah, I haven't. Obviously, I don't know if anyone knows. Some people might know. I haven't spent much time here, so just getting to know him the past 2 weeks during OTAs has been great. Talk to him on the phone, and he has a ton of energy. He's going to know how to motivate players. He's been a special teams player himself, which is great to really reciprocate what it is. Obviously, all these college players, they're their best players on their team when they come here. Now, there's obviously great players here already, so they're not going to be the number one player here. They're not going to be the number one corner. Obviously, we have incredible players. So their role to help this team is going to be special teams. And I think that's difficult for a lot of players to, I guess, realize. Some of them love it, some don't. So I think having Stukes here will really help with that transition of him being a former player, and then also motivating these guys. Hey, Justin Simmons, was a four-core special teamser. Now, I think somebody beat him, maybe highest safety, but he is the highest safety, paid safety at one time. So, some people say you got to, play your credit to the game, but like someone like Patrick Surtain doesn't have to play special teams, first rounder. But I think that's what Coach Stukes will do a lot of helping motivate these guys.
What kind of time commitment has the executive committee been, and do you like it?
Yeah, I love it. I want it similar, like I said, for my opinion. It'll be unique. Obviously, we're in a long CBA negotiation. We have another 8 years left, but we're constantly negotiating, constantly battling for stuff. So we're considered, the executive committee is considered the negotiating committee for the NFLPA. Now, we're not all the time negotiating with the owners personally, but that's something I'm looking forward to doing, sitting there offering opinions and hearing their feedback, circling up with our team and kind of going back and fighting against it. And, I've really enjoyed it. And the time coming right now, it's a lot of phone calls, because we're in the process of DeMar Smith on his last term. And so trying to figure out where our transition will be in the future and kind of what we want to do.
Brandon, assuming kicking isn't the answer, what's the biggest benefit for you and Sam when you are here at OTAs or mini camp?
This is the biggest transition of coaching staff and players for me, trying to learn all their names and stuff. So I'd say that being a sounding board for young guys as well is key. It's always tough to quantify how much this means to each team. With Russ here, it's great. Obviously, with Coach Hackett, everyone needs to install new stuff to get ready for the season. So, Sam and I both live in Florida. I just moved to Florida now, but we worked out and kicked together. So. We get paid now? Yes, but I get paid to make kicks in September, October, November, December, hopefully into February this year. So.
How's Corliss look to you, not only as a punter, but also seeing him holding out there for you a few times?
Yeah, Corliss is doing great. He's been was able to kick a little bit last year for the Steelers, but he's been around teams for a couple of years now. Unique lefty. It's always good for our returners to catch those punts as well, especially with, did we play New England this year? I can't remember. But, New England's notoriously for only signing lefty punters, and so help our returners a lot. I think that's going to help. But Corliss has done great. He's a muse willing to learn, and he's been great to be around.
Brandon, you've been around a city that's the sports team's captured the city of Denver. The Avalanche are doing that right now. What do you hope that you could probably do that work off them and get back to where you guys were and see what they're doing with the city right now?
Yeah, I'm a big Avalanche fan, big Nuggets fan, being here for the past 9 years. Obviously, hopefully the Rockies can get back to in the 2000s. But as much the Avalanche are going right now, there's nothing like a winning Denver Broncos team in this city. I think we all know that. See everyone on Fridays wearing their orange and blue. Throughout the whole week they're doing it, but really on Fridays at work everyone's wearing it, and the buzz around the city each and every week when the Broncos are back, it's different. And I'm looking forward to that. I believe our new ownership, like I said, now having a solidified position up there with with the Walton-Penner Group, I think it will be invaluable now for everyone. Like, okay, we have everything. We got Russell now. let's get back to this. Let's put it all and put this puzzle together.
You have a prediction on the Stanley Cup?
I would like to sweep, but I believe the Avs. I'll be there at the parade celebrating, so I'm looking forward to that.